to get us going. The mini stocks will rock and roll here in their opening heat. And into the corner, Shenstone on the bottom, but Kelly in the 12, and that orange and silver machine will take off. Linen in the 9 on the outside with Shenstone. Kevin Sewell's in that little Honda, the 17H, hanging on well. Look out, Shenstone's in trouble already, and just about collects the 3G of Kerry Gore. Shenstone just had the back end of that Mustang come all the way around. Meanwhile, at the front, Tony Kelly out of the fall, the Schmitz Auto Sales Kitchingman Auto Wreckers Mustang leads proceedings. Roger Shenstone able to get the direction correct, and here comes Kelly out of 4. Linen in hot pursuit, gets the number 9 to a wiggle in a little bit, with the Sewell 17H right beside him. Trevor Goulding in the 6. The sophomore driver has got the 24, our points leader of Norn Mark. The lap counter is hard to see. Looking off another one. Got the old Tasmanian Devil on the side of the 12, and he's running like one right now. But he's got all kinds of pressure from Trevor Goulding in the 6 down on the bottom. He sees an opening and seizes it completely. He's going to pull the Mark 24 right along with him. Kelly left the door open way too wide. And Trevor Goulding and the 24 of Norm Mark from Fort Erie, our points leader, now grabs some bite down along the bottom, and a track that is still just a tad slippery. But fighting back here and not giving up is Trevor Goulding. Good fight up front, heat number 1 to get us started. On Lions Club Glen Ralston night at Merrittville. White flag from Barry Davidson. One more time around. 6 laps in total for the qualifying heats. The 24 leading the way, Norm Mark, the 15-year racing veteran out of Fort Erie. And Trevor Goulding in the 6. Checkers in the air to finish off the first one for you. Sewell's in the 17H. Kelly in the 12. Linen in the 9. And the 3G of Kerry Gore with the Earnhardt flag to a flappin'. Jeff Mark in the 4 from Fort Erie. Rob Goulding in the 52. Robbie Rounce with us for the first time this year. Big runner last year out of Caledonia in the 111. Barry Davidson says, let's go, boys. Qualifying round number 2 for the Forest and Under mini stocks. Gord Bates in the 191 looking strong early. Erskine, Larry Erskine in the 67, trying to find some room to move. Paul Klager, they all get knotted up in the middle portion of the pack as they swing out of turn 4. Leading it, first lap around, 3-year driving veteran Gord Bates of the York, Ontario. Pinball Guyberson in the 11, bit of a distant 4th. Jeff Mark in the 4, running 3rd. Rob Overholt, the freshman driver from Fort Erie. But down on the bottom, Paul Klager's got some bite down there, trying to move up. They're like 3 wide for you coming across the stripe. 52, trying to dig in here, Rob Goulding. There he goes. He'll take over the 4th position. Klager back to 5th place. Up at the front, the challenge is on. Gord Bates of the 191. And Pinball Guyberson down on the bottom says, I'll take this line. It seems to work really well early in the night. That, of course, could change 5 laps from now. Guyberson down on the bottom. Seems to have the run on the corner. He's going to force Gord Bates up high, and that'll change the lead position. Little number 11 of Mike Pinball Guyberson out of Blackheath. Working the low line in 3 and 4 perfectly. As exactly, Fran mentioning that's got to be about the 6th or 7th season for that car. And he's always competitive. He may not always win the feature every week, but he's always there and he's always a factor. Jeff Mark in the 4. And the 52 of Rob Goulding in his mother's car? No, I don't think so. As if somebody said, checkered flag, here we go. Good run for the pinball. Good work there. Bates, 191, and the 52 in there as well. Rob Goulding. 171 race slider from Welland.
9 of Bill Perry.
And the 9 of Bill Perry from Derby, New York. Scott Billing from Waterloo, Ontario in the 31.
28 of Don Fenner.
And the 21, one of our visitors, 28, Don Fenner from Cicero, New York, a regular competitor at Brewerton Speedway, but it's Merrittville right now. And away we go with Chris Steele leading them into turn number 1. That's a very quick Dave Russell 88 on the bottom. Challenges on the veteran against the rookie. The rookie takes the high line. Russell takes the fast low line, and that little 88 orange coupe is rapid again this week. Russell leads him around circuit number 1. Steele second. The 9 of Bill Perry running third, but he's got some company down on the bottom. Here comes the 31 as well of Scott Billing. He's going to be rapid. Kelly Mason hanging in there in the 14. Mark Brighton, who won a feature a couple of nights ago, wants to jump up a little bit here. They're working all the different lines here in the Russell 88. Look at him jam into that corner. Way up on the high side and making the high side work. Scott Billing in the 31. He's about to overhaul Chris Steele for second place. Doing it the hard way on the high side. A la Danny Johnson. Here he goes. Got Steele right there with him, and Mark Brighton in the 6T, almost 4 wide as it went across the stripe. You can do it in these little dwarf cars. They don't need a lot of room. Brighton running second, Billing in the 31. But here's your leader right here, across the stripe to click off another. 4 on the board. It's Russell. Slider staying down on the bottom. The car not competitive again. Look at this battle. For second place with the lapped automobile of Slider. Running as the blocker, but he stays down low where he should, and that's good work there. Russell collects the white from Barry Davidson. Mark Brighton second. Scott Billing in the 31, third. Mason and our visiting Don Fenner in car 28. But Russell looked pretty quick last week, and I'm going to tell you, he's looking mighty racy again tonight. Checkered flag for Barry Davidson. Qualifier to Russell. Brighton second, Billing third. Congratulations to Kevin Brewerton car. He's from Syracuse, New York, in car 51. So here we go. Dave Arnold out of Niagara Falls, Ontario, looking for the green flag. Here we go. Front row on the inside. Good start there. Look at the charge up on the outside of Wally Billing out of Elmira. He gained about 2 rows in the section between the starter stand and just on the approach to turn number 1. Down on the bottom and moving with lots of authority. Wally Billing, keep your eyes up front. The 8J of Justin Sharp. Into 1. The Slider 71 hanging in there in the old body style. Barker up to 4th and on the move. I think he kind of likes this track. Brewerton is his home facility, but he's kind of liking this place. Sharp, Billing, and Barker 1, 2, and 3 across the stripe. .37, Wally Billing out of Elmira, cousin to Scott Billing. 8J and Justin Sharp across the stripe again. 3 laps on the counter, 3 more to go. Halfway through the qualifying round for the Seneca Niagara Casino dwarf cars. Sharp with good work to hold off the Billing 37. The Billing's car pretty stout. Look at this, the challenge. Oh, a little bit of calm, most some contact there with the 51, the visitor of Jeff Barker. He's not afraid to get in there. He may be visiting, but check this out. Challenging, Sharp drops back. Billing takes over the lead. But Jeff Barker in that 51, letting her all hang out. White flag from Barry Davidson. Used to that dirt-shaped or the D-shaped Brewerton Speedway, but again, kind of in a mini version here. Look at this. Checkered flag coming out. Billing and Barker. Good show there, and then Justin Sharp in the 8J. So our visitors from Brewerton certainly. Hill in the number 7. The Hoosier Stocks out here, round 1 for their qualifying. Great to have you with us. It's going to be a chilly one. Button up, get your coffee recharged. Hang on, here we got lots to go. Round 1 of qualifying. 50-50 drop. The Toro Blackhawks. Don't forget to get your tickets as here we go. Graham McKay in the 13 leads them down, but charging up quickly, Chris Schneider in the 3. He'll lead them around. Ed Fargnoli in the 10 trying to find some racing room. They all jostle in there. Some guys get sideways to bail out in a hurry. Chris Schneider in the 3. Ron Kingsbury in the 73K out of Thorold. And Dave Dykstra emerges 3rd. Ed Fargnoli 4th, and the 29 of Brad Sheehan 5th under the starter stand to kick off another qualifying round 1 for our Hoosier Stock Division. Dykstra in the 5. Look at Kingsbury on the move. He says, I got the bottom line here. If he can make it stick down there, he should be able to. No, he's not at this particular point because the 3 of Schneider has the momentum, but Kingsbury's got a very fast 73K, always does. Ed Fargnoli in the 10 looking very racy as well as he moves to the outside. Kokorick in the 7 looking for some maneuvering room in there. Pulls him up along the 29 of Brad Sheehan, the rookie driver there. Here they come out of 4. Kingsbury, Dykstra in the 5, and Schneider in the 3. Jostling at tight quarters out there. Kingsbury leads him on down the back straightaway. 4 laps on the counter. Coming out of 4 again. Kingsbury. Dykstra in the 5, 2nd. Schneider 3rd. Fargnoli 4th. And Kevin Kokorick 5th. Look at Fargnoli. He wants part of 3rd place if he can, down on the bottom. Challenge for the lead as well. Dykstra in the 5. Kingsbury in the 73K. Good battle up front here in the qualifying round for the Hoosier Stocks. Dykstra got what's normally the easy line, but the Kingsbury car works well pretty much anywhere. Drag racing down the back straightaway. Good stuff up front. Ron Kingsbury out of Thorold. White flag from Barry Davidson. Got Dykstra in the 5 right with him. Fargnoli up to 3rd. Kokorick 4th. But we've still got this thing undecided up front. How about it? Dykstra in the 5. Kingsbury in the 73K coming down for checkers. Kingsbury by about half a car length. And a nice thrilling finish there in round 1 of qualifying for our Hoosier Stocks. John Johnson in the 44J out of Welland. Champ Champney, Rick Champ Champney in the 01. Rob Murray in the M1. Trevor Collier from Fort Erie in the 2X is your lineup. Qualifying round number 2 for the Hoosier Stocks. Danielle Landry, hang on. Gosselin gets clobbered by Larmid in the 8. Didn't have anywhere to go. And yellow. Beals in the 117. Squirts out. No. Gosselin able to get it going on his own. Good work there.
Flat left front on the 8 of Larman, I believe, Eric. He's going to head off into the pits.
There he goes. He's involved in contact with the Gosselin 15, resulting in a flat tire. But look at Beals, a graduate from our mini stock division, going 3 wide. Davidson in the 53, Landry in the 28, and the 2 of Rob Knapp. That's pretty heady stuff. Champ Champney on the move in the orange 01. Here comes Beals in the double green 117. Davidson and Knapp. Good battle side by side for second place. Champney in there. Maybe a little contact on Davidson. Maybe just a little bit. Kind of hard to tell from this angle. But Champney down low. Wants third from Davidson. Good battle there. Here comes your leader. Beals. Knapp in the 2. Champney 0-1. Davidson right there in the 53. Johnson. Bob Murray. Danielle Landry. And the 2X of Trevor Collier out of Fort Erie. J.P. Gosselin, the 15, staying up on the high side because here come the leaders. Rick Beals, who was taken to this division out of the mini stock ranks very, very well. Rob Knapp trying to chase him down as the Gosselin 15 stays to the high side yet again. Champney full on it now to the whip to try and catch these two guys up front. 2 more laps to go. Just a pair, round qualifying number 2 for the Hoosier Stocks. Big knot of cars back there, back into the track. Beals 17, Knapp in the 2. White flag was going to be a good finish. SpongeBob SquarePants 2. Under the sea, underneath Beals in the 117. Oh, look at this. Good stuff. Knapp on the bottom. If he can stay there, he may have the edge. But hang on, Beals on the outside. Foot down to the floor and more. Look at that. What a finish. Nice job. Nice job. That's what you pays your money that comes to see. Jose Wardy got his car unbent because he made some loud contact with the concrete down here. It could have been a heck of a lot worse. Seeing Dennis Giancola. Look at this pack of sportsmen coming down. Original Pizza Log Sportsman. Here we go. Round qualifying number 1. Ooh. Ward up front. Giancola hanging in there. Chad Chevalier in the 12. I don't think we caught him, but we have him now. Giancola in the 13 slings it sideways, trying to chase down Ward in the 95. Bill Bleach down at the bottom. In the Elmo 108. Darrell Ebersol 43. Where did he come from? He squirts between automobiles. Down on the bottom to put the challenge on the Giancola 13. Here they come out of 4. It's still the 95 of Mike Ward. 14-year racing veteran Dennis Giancola, the Costco Holics 13. Up on the high side, down on the bottom, Darrell Ebersol's got the challenge on. Adam Ferry and Bill Willard do some jostling back there for 4th and 5th place. Bill Bleach, something wrong there, retiring to the pits. Looking pretty strong, but something went wrong, and it's to the pits for him for some adjustments. Mike Ward in the 95 out of the Falls, the Niagara Battery and Tire. BRP, here he comes to click off another. After being bent against the wall, that thing is looking pretty stout, so they've got it straightened out as straight as a string, as that thing's working real well. Darrell Ebersol in the 43. Adam Ferry with a spirited go here on Monday night to win the Sunoco Trail Race. Running in 3rd place, Bill Willard and Giancola. With a good battle there for 4th and 5th. Good fighting all over the place out here. Wardy stretches out that lead a little bit more. He arrives in 4. Second place is in 3. 95. Mike Ward clicks off another. Ebersol 2nd. Adam Ferry 3rd. Bill Willard 4th. 9G of Boyd McTavish working to the top 5. Chad Chevalier in the 12 and Giancola in the 13. Ward under the starter stand. It's White from Barrie. Ripping through these heats, no problem at all. Your leader in the middle of the back straightaway, Mike Ward out of Niagara Falls. Getting the lap car to stay out of the way. The finally give machine checkered flag for the 95. Second place to Ebersol. 3rd, Adam Ferry. Bill Willard, Tavish, and Chevalier. Giancola following in that order. So here we go. Penante and Spieth front row. Let's see what happens here. Second round of qualifying for the and John McKenney in the 19J to finish off our alignment. Greg Penante. Davidson right there with the challenge in the 17. Don Spies hanging in there in the 88. Pole Hill on the move in the 15. Wayne Kahn in the 8. Down on the bottom. Beside the Pole Hill 15. Greg Penante leading him around 4 to click off another. Spies back there. Got in the way of Pole Hill for a second, who had to check up quickly. Bob Davidson trying the clay up on the high side in 2. Now he drops it down into the middle racing groove. Following Penante. Here comes the red 99 of Penante to click off another on the counter. Davidson. Wayne Kahn moving up. Look at Lemaire trying to find some room. Spies just about closed him off there. Pole Hill slings it high on the outside in that white number 15. Back in 4. Your leader. 4 laps gone. Greg Penante up front. Bob Davidson second. Wayne Kahn a strong third. Spies in the 88. 4th, Lemaire now, and McKinney going to duel it out here for 5th place. Good battle. Lemaire on the high side can get something working out there if he can find the room. Pole Hill in command. Woo! 64 getting out of shape. John Kaz out of Welland finding the navigation to be a bit of a handful. 6 laps on the counter. Your leader in the back straightaway. Look at the way the sun glints off those numbers changing color. That's pretty cool. Greg Penante, nice and even. Brings it across the stripe. Bob Davidson. Hot pursuit for second. Wayne Kahn third. Now they're stringing out a little bit. And it starts to get busy at 4th place with Don Spies, John McKinney in the 19. Pole Hill, checkered flag coming out, and a commanding win for the S&S 99 of Greg Penante out of Port Colborne. The S&S Paving Maintenance, Carolina Sellers, new generation. 5C. Brad Gravestock, one of his rare appearances in the 90. Brad Malloy, recent Sportsman graduate in the 5M. Kenny Winfield in the 82. Ready to rock and roll, and here we go. First of twin. Murdoch as well in the 56. I think we got everybody as we charge our way into the first of 2. Oh, hang on back there. Jamie Turner gets turned around in turn 3. Bring these guys around in a fantastic looking field of 358 small blocks. Here we go, green flag in the air. Ashton shoots out of there and he pulls Lampman in the 23 with him. Ashton leads that growling pack down the back straightaway. Rob Pitts on the move too in the 69. Jams it deep into the corner. Brian Stevens in the 44 down the bottom as well. Look at Lampman on the move. The Economy Paving 23, our defending 358 modified points champion. Moving quickly, has third. It's a high line third. Brian Stevens down on the bottom. Rob Pitts in the 69 jams it in there as well. Across the stripe, 3 on the counter. Still very early in the event. Jones in the 15 hanging in there, but he's got pressure from the Lampman 23. Pete Bicknell in the 42 is on the move. So is Pete Costco in the 17. Crow in the 123. He's moving up in a hurry. Now we have some close quarter jostling in there. Brian Stevens and Lampman got some tire contact for sure. Jones in the 15 takes over the lead, but Ashton is still hanging there with him. Brian Stevens down on the bottom. Lampman in the 23. Trying to stay up here. Guest can take third from Brian Stevens, but that's not going to be easy to do. Tim Jones out of Hamburg, rookie in this division. He and Ashton sawing it off at the front. Zankin 3A, good work up front. Lampman is right there. A tight third. Brian Stevens 4th at the moment. Pitts. And then Bicknell. Scott Wood in the 38 looking for racing room. Slings it. Oh. Krechka in the 21. retires with some smoke out of the back of the 21. Jonesy hanging on to that bottom groove. You got Lampman beside him. Working in behind the 3A of Paul Ashton. Brian Stevens switches to the high line. Into down the back straightaway. Stevens finds all kinds of bite down on the bottom in that yellow 44. Ashton, Lampman with Stevens, Jones, Bicknell and Pitts, Scott Wood, and Kroll. Yellow is coming out. Oh, there he is in the shadows there. Costco in the 17. Au revoir, the scene as it were, in a cloud of dust, and slides it sideways. He likes doing that, by the way. Billy Tripp. Green flag, restart. Brian Stevens says, I'm going to try the high side, and why not? Look at this. Veteran driver, one of the most popular drivers this track has ever produced, in the lead, overhauls Ashton. And Brian Stevens in the 44 takes over the point. Lampman down below gets shut off by Ashton's 3A, looking for room. Bicknell has moved up in the 42. Tim Jones in the 15, trying to hang in there with Bicknell in the 42. Rob Pitts is still part of that great battle back there. That's a good, entertaining knot of cars. Brian Stevens in the no blanket 44. Been a while since we've seen Flying Brian in victory lane. Well, that changed tonight. Still early in the show, but looking really good. Whoa. Just had a rock hit the window, or somebody shooting at us, one or the other. Brian Stevens continues to lead and hang on to it here. 13 on the counter. That scared everybody up here. Corey Gruhl in turn 4 has got some problems in that red and white 35. The lap will count. The lap will count. Stevens slows it down. Lampman second. Ashton third. Oh, we got all kinds of problems. I'm kind of wondering if it's the sun. Scott Wood involved in that pile. Rich Vincent the net fall, and everybody was thrilled to see that happen. Started in the old late model division. Fran says pushing, well, 28, 29 years doing this. There we go, off the break. Let's see what happens. Bicknell is in there on that Texaco Haviland 42 with a challenge. Lampman down on the bottom. Pitts in the 69 on cool tires. Looking mighty quick on the outside rim, but he's up in the loose stuff. He may have to back off just a bit, but Brian Stevens looking real good. Continues to lead. Bicknell's got the challenge on for second. He's got Lampman down on the bottom. He may be a sitting duck down there. We'll wait and see. Yeah, there goes Bicknell in the 42 for second. But Lampman's not going to give it up that simple. Stays down on the bottom where the car seems to work the best. Now swings it to the high side and follows Bicknell into one. Brian Stevens, the no blanket 44. Now under attack from our 16-time track champion, Pete Bicknell in the 42. Brian Stevens, your leader, swings the yellow 44 sideways in 4. Pursued hotly on the high side by Bicknell in the 42. Woo, we almost had someone lose it up here in the guts of turn 4. To straighten it out. Brian Stevens down by maybe 3-4 car lengths. Then Bicknell, then Lampman in the 23, then a big gap to Rickner in the 26, Paul Ashton in the 3A, Pitts and Todd Gordon in there. Pitts in 69, Todd Gordon Triple X, Kroll in the 123. And Fred Carlton's 96 part of that party. 3 wide coming out of 2 back there. There's some good stuff back there. Stevens, lap 20. With Bicknell riding the cushion up between 1 and 2. Track a little dusty already around the periphery. Yep, there's a black groove going down as well as the scorers jot down the numbers feverishly as they come across the line yet again. Brian Stevens about to get into the Gruhl 35 space back here in the back markers with the Gravestock 90 as well. Brian Stevens hangs on to the lead. We've got 22 on the counter. 35 is the total, as you know. Oh, they got a problem. Scott, whoa! Right in front of Gravestock. We're going to take the lap. It looks like Jones has also blown up in the 15. So you could see callers want to get your tickets. We're getting closer to our final call. Let's see if Brian Stevens can hold off the Bicknell 42. This will not be an easy game of it in any way, shape, or form. Bicknell down on the bottom. Brian Stevens on the top, but Stevens' car is working very well. Lots of momentum up off the high side into Lampman running third. Rickner is fourth. Ashton fifth. Pitts and Kroll in that order. Stevens picks off another. Under definite attack from Mr. Small Block, Pete Bicknell. But Stevens, stupendous work to lead this one. He's probably turned as many laps of this place as anybody has in this field out here right now. Car pushes. Stevens' car pushed like a bulldozer in 1 and 2. Now he's on the high side, losing momentum. To Bicknell, is going to stay right there. He's got Pete right there with him as Stevens off that high side again finds some bite. Bicknell doing the big challenge down in the middle to the low side. Stevens is 44, working nicely on the high side. Lampman, a distant third. Then you've got Rickner in the 26. Ashton in the 3A. And Robbie Kroll, the 123, and Carlton in the 96. Oh, Gravestock's in trouble up in 4 in the 90. The lap will count. And the yellow comes out again. So the draw is going to get a little chilly. It's already chilly now. Pace car is off. Pace truck, sorry, is off. Brian Stevens tucks it down low. This is going to be a monumental task to hold out Bicknell, the Texaco Hamilton 42. Brian on the high side. Bicknell down on the low side. Lampman, don't forget about Larry. He's a factor in this, as is Rickner in the 26th. Those guys aren't going to go away. Brian Stevens, 29 on the counter. Brian Stevens up in the loose stuff. Bicknell is right there. Bicknell down on the bottom. Is he going to borrow a haul? Brian Stevens sticks right with him. This is great modified stuff up front. Pete Bicknell down on the bottom. Stevens fighting back. Great cat fight up front, let me tell you. Look at this. Bicknell down on the bottom. The car works there very well. Stevens pretty much reserved to the higher line. 31 on the counter. Just 4 more to go. Stevens has all the rats he's got in the wheel now. Pedaling as hard as his legs will carry him. Bicknell drops back just a little bit, relaxes the attack for just a moment. Then you've got about the same distance of about 4 car lengths back to Lampman in third. Ricky Rickner still fourth. Kroll, popsicle sticks in the air. 2 more to go. Brian Stevens up on the high side. Look at Lampman down below. Turn 4, look out. Winfield and Gravestock are in trouble up here. Kenny Winfield, the 82. Bicknell has to go way up in the pawpaw patch to avoid the cars. Corvette, Colorado, yellow jacket pace truck pulls off. Brian Stevens, if he's got good restarts left in his skilled box, he better pull one out right now. Good start for Brian. Bicknell, look at Lampman in the bottom in the 23. Rickner fourth. Kroll wants that, though, to take it away. White flag from Mary Davidson. Can Brian hang on to this? Brian is flying for sure. In 1 and 2, up against the cushion. The car works perfectly in that location. Down the back straightaway. Bicknell running second. Has relaxed the attack. Flying Brian, as he's done so many times for generations at this place, will come on down to grab the checkers. Bicknell second. Lampman third. Fourth, Kroll. Fifth, Carlton, Todd Gordon, and the rest of the crew as they all pile. Oh, wow. Ashton, Mon Enterprises 358 small block modified feature event. Dipper gets the victory lane standard ready to go. We have our fan of the week. And we have Kelly Rowe, our fan of the week from last time. If they're here, they can join us down here for the Victory Lane as well. They wanted to be part of the modified Victory Lane. But Clinton Jeffrey, I'll tell you what, there are popular drivers at this racetrack, and there are some that are not so popular, but I'd have to say that Brian Stevens, being the good guy that he is, of course, Ray Stevens, his dad is a fixture in the pits, used to race convertibles at this place back in the 50s. A very, very popular win for this guy. So take it away, Clinton.
Well, he's got his helmet off now, folks. Make some noise. Flying Brian Stevens takes home the modified feature number 1 here. Congratulations, Brian. Popular win here. This has got to make you feel good. I see you shielding your visor coming in. How tough was it during the race to see?
It was a little hard when you got about here. The longer you went in the race, it got harder to see because the sun was getting lower. It wasn't bad, though. You kind of focused by that.
2 restarts that you had to deal with Pete Bicknell, and he was coming at you really hard. Your car seemed to pull away in the last few laps.
Well, we were a little tight up through the top, but that's where you had to be fast in 1 and 2, and 3 and 4 was not track was good, but the fast was almost anywhere. So I made 2 or 3 little bobbles there. I didn't go in quite hard enough. I kind of thought if I didn't make any mistakes, it was my race to win or lose.
All right, thanks, Brian. Good car for you. Obviously, any changes you know you're going to make for the second race?
Yeah, we're gonna make about 3 or 4 changes, and hopefully we end up in the same place.
All right, come on in here. We're going to draw. Where's our draw? Right here. Brent's going to jump in. You're going to draw here. This is how many cars we will invert for the second feature.
Got our lucky dogs as well.
No, not 1. 15 cars will be inverted. Eh?
Oh, goody.
13, 9, 5.
Texaco Haviland star of the race, Flying Brian Stevens.
And 11.
So an extra $1,000 courtesy of superfan Glenn Ralston, the Niagara Lions.
That's where we had him. He was waiting for a spot with triple X.
So some additional incentive for our guys tonight, courtesy of superfan Glenn and the Lions Club. So you thought that was good. Wait till we get the second feature out here. We'll do that a little bit later on, give these guys a chance to make the adjustments to the car as the photography continues in Victory Lane. Been a while since we've seen Brian there, but it sure is good to see him there again. Our David Chevold's Yellow Jacket pace truck from Dave D'Amico and our good friends at David Chevold's Corvette, leading our field around the mini stock main event. Mighty fine looking field in our mini stock division. Are we ready to rock and roll? I think we are. Barry Davidson with the green flag. He'll turn him loose and away we go for the feature event. 15 laps. Kelly on the high side. Going to get left there. Look at the 20 of Norm Mark. He's on the move early. If he gets out front, it could be all over, folks. Look out. The 17H of Kevin Souls in the little Honda. He may have got pushed around, but he's going to go all the way around. Between 3 and 4, Glenn Linen. Again, that number 9 has gotten back to the lousy performance. And up here, the 3G of Kerry Gore between 1 and 2 did a lot of a wobbling. able to continue on. The Soul 17 up front. Normark in the 24. And the 52 moving on up as well. Rob Goulding. And that little rabbit that looks like a rabbit from here. It's a rabbit for sure. I've just been confirmed. So here comes your leader. The 24. Normark, pursued by the 52 of Rob Goulding. That little orange rabbit is a fast widow car. Good race up front. A rabbit on the bottom. Giving Normark and the 24 all kinds of problems up here. And he's going to overhaul it for the point here. All right. Good work. But hang on. You got to turn the corner. Normark does it a little smoother. Oh, contact is there. Orange and purple don't necessarily match. But they did in that little sheet metal exchange. Good work up front. Rob Goulding from Port Colborne and the 24 of Normark out of Fort Erie. Normark currently fourth in points. He's our feature win leader with a couple. Running a distant third, the 6 of Trevor Goulding out of Welland. But in 4. The 52 of Rob Goulding. Good work to hold off the Normark 24. Normark's car not working well at all, and a problem with Kerry Gore in the 3G in turn 4. Leaders are coming around, but Gore with the Earnhardt flag is able to get the car righted and headed in the correct direction. Our leaders, Gore wobbling all over the place out there. Didn't quite get in the way of our leaders, but got a little closer than the leaders would have wanted. Rob Goulding, here he comes again on a 4. Normark in the 24. And the 6 of Trevor Goulding in third place. Your leader just emerging out of 2, getting by the Souls Honda 17H. Stays down on the bottom if he can. Yeah, right there. These cars don't like to turn the corner, and the lap car gets up into the racing groove. You just see that happening. Just into the corner with a little bit too much forward velocity, and the car doesn't want to turn. Shenstone backs it in as neat as you please into the infield off of 4 and pulls it around. The 72 not handling well at all. Oh, Rob Goulding got boxed in behind the 17. Can't shake that guy loose. Finally gets that car between himself and the second place automobile of Normark. 11. There's 4 more to go. And so far, the 52 of Rob Goulding has looked pretty good out here. Rob Goulding, the back of the Erskine 67, and between he and Shenstone, gets a clear path to turn 4. Now turns the little orange flamed rabbit and heads west into the glare of the sun. A rabbit heading west. That's always a good thing. Normark out of Fort Erie in the 24, doing all he can to stay with him. Your third place car, I believe, is still the 6 of Trevor Goulding. White flag from Barry Davidson. And this has been some stellar work from Rob Goulding to hold off a guy who's won the most features, too, in Normark in that purple 24. Coming around to savor this thing. Barry Davidson reaches down for the business flag, and here it comes. It's checkers for Rob Goulding. Normark in the 24, and I believe the 6 of Trevor Goulding third. We'll get it officially for you in a second. But the window net is already down on the rabbit. Rob Gould. So that's another popular victory. We always like to have those.
Yeah, what we're going to do is
Clinton Jeffrey making his way on the back of the golf cart to head on over. And checkered flag for Rob Goulding. Greg Penante family handing us a note that Greg is the proud dad of child number 3, a son.
But it's working really good.
All right, there you have it, folks. Rob Goulding, our feature here tonight.
And Glenn Ralston out there, of course, with our double lucky dog for the mini stocks. 2 lucky dogs will be selected for an additional $50 each, so an additional $100 bonus.
go ahead.
So as soon as we're done with the photography, we'll get Glenn in there. Of course, he's the Texaco Haviland star of the race as well, picks up the case of oil.
Well, they're going to go as soon as they come out here. They're going for their dash, so we can't do that.
Eric Phillison, what is the lucky dogs here? 250s?
Yep, 250s. The winner will pull 2 numbers.
What we want to do
And the drivers that he pulls will each be awarded an additional $50, courtesy of, there he is right there,
is out here in the
our good big friend, Mr. Ralston, Glenn Ralston, the Lions Club, coming through with the lucky dog bonuses tonight, over $1,700 in cash bonuses. So I want to thank Glenn and his unfailing generosity. He's just enamored with the place, enamored with the management and with the sport, and comes in with a wad of cash every once in a while. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Go ahead, Glenn.
Glenn Ralston's going to draw 1, and Rob Goulding's going to draw 1, and these are the finished positions for extra $50. Glenn drew number 9, position number 9. And Rob drew position 7. So positions 7 and 9 are our lucky dog winners.
So positions 7 and 9, we'll endeavor to get those to you in a second or two as soon as we get the scoring's all figured out, but it goes through various channels once it's all official, and we'll get it for you. And as soon as we have that, we'll announce it for you. So congratulations again to our lucky dog winners. Congratulations again to Rob Goulding, our feature winner, and our lucky dog finishing positions 7th and 9th in the race. We'll pick up an additional $50 each. Julie Davidson, our track photographer, has her photos available in the photography booth, which is right across the alley from the novelty booth. And the Highline videos are for sale down there at the novelty booth. If you have a feature win, first feature win for a family member or a friend, or a monumental race you'd like to see again, they're available for you there on the Highline videos at the novelty booth. Charge up on that coffee. Once the sun goes down, it's going to get a little frosty out here. So no intermissions, remember. Our fly pass with the Seagulls continues. Those guys are great. So we break camp down there, and we'll get out here. 16, Bob Breeden from Niagara Falls. 116. Corey Howell in the 33. Dennis Kemper in the 2X. Wayne Robbins in the 48. Green flag from Mary Davidson. Ken Knapp in the 12. Slider in the 171 and the 71. Ray Slider in the 171. The Steel 60 leads him around, but look at the 88 of Russell moving in there. That little orange coupe is a fast car. Blue Baker in the 67 down on the bottom. Wants second or third. Now moves it up to the middle portion of the groove. Justin Sharp in the 8J. Turn 1. The 2X. Dennis Kemper to St. Anne's down on the bottom. Here they come. Whole pack of them out of 4. 21 dwarf cars. Nice field. Wayne Robbins, normally racy, suffering at the back of the pack. Mark Brighton in the 6T. on the move. Do I see smoke out of the 88 of Dave Russell? I don't think it was tire smoke. We'll have to keep our eyes on that. But on the move, one of our Brewerton visitors. Hang on. Dave Arnold in trouble. Mark Brighton bails out in the 6T. Places that the men and women of the armed forces of the United States of America have made around the world in all the great wars and wars that are currently underway. David Chevel's pace truck pulls off the racing surface. And we've got Green to turn and loose yet again. Oh, battling up front. Russell and Sharp did a little tire rub in there. Oh, trying to move in between was Barker in the 51. Just couldn't find a gap. Trying to find some maneuvering room out there. Here he comes, that blue and white 51 on the high side in behind the Brubaker 67. Mark Brighton running third. Brubaker goes high. They do a little jostling in there. Almost went 3 wide. Barker backs out. He would have been 3 wide all the way down the back straightaway. Trying to get around the Brubaker 67. Tries the middle groove. Russell, Sharp, and Brighton, who the Russell 88 pushing like a bulldozer out there, almost lost it. Brubaker loses ground up on the high side of that loose stuff. Barker in the 51. Very quick. If he can get some room out there to swing, he's going to get up here and challenge the leaders. He sure does. Look at this. 3 wide sliding for you sideways in 1. Good work with these guys. Oh, on the move. As we said, Barker. Look at him on the outside. Brewerton is a D shape. Merrittville is a D shape. There's some similarities. Oh, and rocketing off and just off the edge came quickly. Is he going to hang on? Yeah. Good work there, the Brubaker 67. He almost went off into Never Never Land off the rim of 4. Was able to bring it back. .6T Mark Brighton emerges from that battle as your leader. Setter right there. In the 28, the 2 visitor guys doing great work out here. Look at this. Local guy under attack from the 2 Brewerton boys. Oh! Sharp, and he gets clobbered in there. The rest of the pack bearing down on him. I think that's Kelly Mason in the 14 that made the killing cars, the cousins. Scott Billing in the 31, Wally Billing in the 37. No passing, no going on a line. Letting everybody know. Pace truck pulls off. Ready to go again. Yeah, here we go. Oh, look at the 51 on the outside. Jeff Barker, I like the restart, he says. Long way around. He jumped the start. He's going to have to go back. So Brighton and the 28 of Don Fenner left to fight it out here because we've got Jeff Barker in the 51 guilty of jumping the start. You're not allowed to break formation till you get to the start-finish line, which is directly under Barry's feet. If you do, and it's blatant and it's obvious and it's a huge jump, you're going to get tagged for it. Then they'll have to go back 2 spots. Oh, Ackler in the 7 is in trouble. Perpendicular to the surface here in 4, and that's going to bring out the yellow again. 3 more to go. Can Brighton hang on to this thing? He's got the high-priced imported guys from Brewerton growling in right behind him. Here we go. Mark Brighton trying to keep the invaders at bay. Jeff Barker in the 51 overhauls Don Fenner pretty easily. Russell in the 88. He's got something left down towards the bottom of this feature. 2 laps to go. Double flag indication from Barry Davidson. Mark Brighton in the 6T. Russell in trouble in that orange 88. Oh, he just about jumped up into the racing groove. He almost got clobbered there. Coming down for the white flag. Mark Brighton spinning. Just overcooked it. Jeff Barker in the 51. Brubaker bails out as well. So does Russell in the 88. Well, that was not the way that Barker wanted this thing to end. Promise of drier and warmer weather ahead, we think. Brighton at the moment. Wait, one back. Brighton on the restart. 31 of Scott Billing. 28 of Don Fenner. 1, 2, and 3. What'll happen last lap? As the Billing 31 get an inning for Brighton. Down on the bottom. Challenge is on. Oh, punted way off. Uh-oh. He just overdrove it. And coming down to grab checkers. He almost lost it. Look at this. That was close. 31's got it. Wow. And the Dennis Kemper 2X. But a checkered flag and a push for the 31 of our winner in the feature, Scott Billing out of Waterloo. Our points leader. This will be feature win number 3 for him. He's got a 39-point lead on cousin Wally Billing in the 37. So Clinton Jeffrey is down there. He'll be our Texaco Haviland star of the race. We'll have double lucky dog draws. Clinton doing double duty, pushing the car back. Eat your Wheaties this morning, Clinton.
Scott makes his way out of the car around the front. Scott, a few invaders in here tonight giving you guys a tough run for your money. Grab a drink there. Tough run for these guys at the top, but what happened to Mark Brighton at the end? We were wondering, maybe you had a better view of it.
Actually, Mark and I touched there. He was sliding high coming out of the corner, so I tried to cut in and get him on the inside. I stayed close to him for the opportunity, and we'll have to talk to him after the race, make sure everything's okay.
All right, well, we'll let you handle that one. Good run for you, Mark. Scott, you got a great night going for you, great season. This has got to be huge for you guys. How's the track tonight?
Track's pretty good. A little bit, I'd say, slicker than last week, but it was going well. Once the tires heated up, it went a lot better.
They have, folks, our feature winner, Scott Billing.
Out of Waterloo, just going back to tidy up here, Clinton, if we can. In our mini stock division, the lucky dog positions that were drawn to win the extra $50 apiece was position number 7, and that was the 11 of Mark Pinball Guyverson, and position 9, the 17H of Kevin Souls. Good deal there because Kevin had his trouble in that feature, but he picks up an extra $50 as our lucky dog winner. And courtesy of our super fan, there he is, Glenn Ralston. And the Lions Club for our Seneca Niagara Dwarf cars, $50. There'll be 2 lucky dog draws. Extra $100 over $1,700 from Glenn Ralston. Autograph night next Saturday night. We know you'll want to bring the cameras for that. Georgia here. To see if Rick near Niagara Falls, New York pilot, the veteran, can get a nice clean start for us here. Here they come. Bicknell challenging. Wood down on the bottom. Has he got anything there? Going to shuffle back to third. Carlton on the outside. Rob Pitts looking for racing room. Up through the middle for 4th and 5th. Bang it in there. Heads up. Wood's going to go all the way around. He may have got pushed. As a matter of fact, I can almost guarantee he got pushed. Bicknell, Rickner now going to switch positions this time. Here we go. Rickner on the high side. That has been a fast groove all night long. Going to try and overhaul Bicknell, but Bicknell's got that potent 42 down on the bottom. The thing works real well there. Rickner swings it wide out of 4. Settling for second at this particular stage of it. Todd Gordon, good work there for third. Vincent 4th in the 93. Lampman on the move. For 5th, fighting it out there with Krull in the 123. Bicknell out of 4, your leader. 3 laps, 7 more to go. $1,000 in total on the line. Winner's share, 200 big ones. Here he comes, Texaco Haviland 42. Krull is in trouble, braking and out of power, or slowing down at least in the infield. Robbie Krull in the 123. Todd Gordon running that cushion. So does Brian Stevens as they make their way around 1 and 2. But it's Bicknell starting to stretch out that lead just a little bit, about 7 or 8 car lengths on Rickner's 26. Then Todd Gordon, then Vincent, then Lampman, then Stevens, Carlton, Pitts, Scott Wood. Guys get up on the fringe there. They really get that dust flying. 6 laps on the board. 4 more to go. 10-lap dash for cash. Carl trying out the go-kart track in the infield. Bicknell stretching things out here. 3 more to go. Whoa! Todd Gordon gets messed up. Bail out, everybody. Carlton, Pitts, and Wood go high to avoid a contact. Bicknell, Rickner, Vincent, Lampman, Stevens. Here they come. Fioravani power. Thing pulls like crazy out of the corners, isn't it? Rickner and Vincent, 2 cross the bridge guys, battling it out for second because Color Bicknell gone with only 1 more lap to go. Pete puts it up near the cushion, Rickner on the top, I should say, Vincent down on the bottom. And a challenge here for 3rd place. If Lampman can get something going here, but it may be too late. Bicknell the winner. Rickner, Vincent, Lampman, Stevens, Gordon, Wood. Pete Bicknell with a checkered flag in the 10-lap dash for cash pockets an additional $200. We still do not have anyone claiming the Dale Earnhardt jackets left over from our holiday weekend endeavor, and we're going to give you those numbers once again. We don't have the jackets here, but you can drop by the CAA office. This is from the CAA Membership Appreciation Night on the Merrittville Highway and the Schmoen Parkway. 481-940. That's 481-940 for the leather jacket, and for the twill jacket, 9858329. If you happen to have those tickets still on you or with you in your wallet or purse for the Dale Earnhardt jackets during CAA night, those jackets have still not been claimed. 481-940.
Good run for you, Pete. How's the track going to be for the feature? It looks pretty slick.
It's slick, but I think actually the moisture's starting to come back up. As you can see on the straightaway now, the dry spots are gone. Actually, the water's coming out. They watered it real late last night, and they've been watering all day today, but the sun just dried up the surface. But now that we're running back on it and the sun's down, the moisture should come back up. So actually, the track will probably get faster, I think.
All right, let's have a word. How about a hand, folks, for Big Glenn Ralston? This guy puts a lot of money out. Glenn, you're a true race fan, putting out all this dough. Thanks a lot.
Oh, you're quite welcome anytime. I hope that you do it for next year too, something. So it's a good fundraiser for our Lions Club. I know that. I'd like to thank my fellow Lions that helped. And Charlene Dooley helped out pretty well too in the pits. I just helped her too. So we'll do it again next year.
All right, thanks a lot, Glenn. We really appreciate it. You guys ready to do 50-50 too?
All righty. Got a light problem up here in turn 4, so we'll take in the 15. We'll get to the others in a second. Pete Reed in the 05 and Terry Larman in the number 8. And Mike Dooley in the 310. No time to dilly-dally. Away we go. No time to dilly-dally. That's right. Danielle Landry Look at this. Freshman up front. Sheen in the 29. Oh, no. Up way too high. Landry cuts in front. We've got ourselves. Oh, man. That had disaster written all over it. Knapp in the 2K and Tyler McPherson 777 do some body panel banging as well. Oh, man. Danielle Landry had us all gulping big time there. She just about spun 90 degrees to the pack, but was able to get the car going straight. I don't know how, but she did. That was tense, let me tell you. Ray Ayres in the 17 on the move, middle of the pack. He's got Champney there too, and looks like the 29 of Brad Sheehan, Ed Fargnoli in the number 10. Looking extremely determined. He's got Kingsbury there in the 73K. And Dykstra in the 5. Beals back in 4th place watching. Davidson in the 53. Jones in the 44J. Johnson in the 44J. Correction. J.P. Gosselin in turn 4. In the 15. Oh, now they pull away. The feature win. But looks like he's just said to himself, tonight may be the night. We're still really early in this deal. Restart and away we go. Fargnoli down on the bottom with Dykstra in the 5. Kingsbury in the yellow and black 73. Hanging tough on the outside. You can see the lights coming back on now. Yeah, they look like they are. Danielle Landry in trouble in 4. The happy birthday sign on the side not helping her aerodynamically or anything. Having her hands full getting around here. 7 laps on the counter. Kingsbury, almost 4 wide. Fargnoli and Kingsbury. John Johnson, where did he come from in the 44J? Oh, man, they got like 2-3 wide. Johnson started 9th. He wants 2nd. It's a Johnson, but it's not the usual fast Johnsons we're used to. Dykstra down on the bottom, making it work. Giving Kingsbury fits for the lead here. They come again. Oh, Dykstra. 3 wide with Murray. Yellow. Got a car up against the guardrail down here. Everybody. Tyler McPherson in the 777. So looking to add to that total. Kingsbury takes off. Ray Ayres in the 17 moving with authority again on the outside, but well back in the pack. Kingsbury, Dykstra in the 5, Rob Murray in the M1. Whoa, Johnson in trouble, running well. But into trouble there, is able to gather it up on his own and carry on. Tyler McPherson smoking in the 777, our feature winner Monday night. Fading back in the guts of the field. Oh, Beals all the way around. Look out, heads up, he's able to get out of the way. Wow, that was close. No yellow. Now look at this trio up front. Kingsbury, 73K. Dykstra on the bottom. Rob Murray in the M1. Oh, and Kingsbury's going to go all the way around. Heads up, everybody. Bail out. They got cars spinning all over the place. Trying to avoid The spinning Kingsbury 73 Canada, folks. Pace truck. David Chevels peels off. Getting down towards the bottom end of this shindig, let me tell you. Rob Murray in the M1. Dave Dykstra in the 5. Davidson in the 53 in the patrol car looking thing. Dykstra dives down low. Murray tries to shut the hole off as the white flag flies. Like out. Ooh, Dykstra just had to back off on the pedal a little bit. Otherwise, the 5 was going all the way around. Picking up the action down towards the bottom of our Hoosier Stock feature event at Merrittville. Murray coming around. Checkered flag. Rob Murray 3 wide. Dykstra by a bumper. Then Davidson, and then the smoking Tyler McPherson, and then Mr. Dooley, the Candyman, Agnoli, and the rest of the crew. But a wild finish there. Yep. So Dykstra in the to come on a little bit, but we're still fighting the voltage down there. So the adjustments will continue. We'll just continue on with our presentations. Rob Murray emerges from the darkness in 4 with the ceremonial checkered flag. So we had some problems with the lights here on holiday Monday night, and we still got a couple of gerbils chewing on the wires up there. Glenn Ralston down there, the Lions Club, Texaco Haviland star of the race. Rob Murray, we've got for the Hoosier Stocks 2 lucky dog draws for $50 each, an additional $100. So he's out of the car. Clinton will go over and grab him for a quick word. You're on, bud.
Rob Murray, our feature winner in the Hoosier Stocks. Rob, this has been pretty good for you. Picked up a couple of them now. This is where you need to do to keep yourself at the top of the point standings.
Yeah, we were. I got stuck in traffic there the last couple of nights, and tonight I ran the high side, and it worked very well for me. And I was just lucky I wasn't in the middle of the pack tonight. That's about all.
You were closing in on Dykstra and Kingsbury, and then they come together down here in 4, going around. You inherit the lead. That's got to be pretty scary.
Yeah, when I was sitting behind them, I tried to get underneath them a couple of times, and I could see that Dykstra was pushing and Ron was getting loose, and they were starting to come together. And I was just biding my time, hoping I could stay in there. And as soon as the opportunity came, I was, going to make my move.
Well, you certainly did, Rob. Congratulations once again. Hoosier Stock feature winner.
All right, Clinton, thank you very much. If we could ask the cooperation of the fans down against the fence in the turn 4 area. We need to move the bucket truck, the cherry picker, down to the next light standard to get that light standard operating. If you could please steer clear of the bucket truck down there, give those guys all the room they need to maneuver and get those lights on as quick as we can. We do appreciate your cooperation in that. Give you the top 5 officially in our Hoosier Stock feature. Rob Murray in the M1 out of St. Catharines, your winner. In the turn 4 collision slicks radiator Monte Carlo. Second place, the 5 of Dave Dykstra from Port Colborne. Third, the 53 of Russ Davidson from Niagara Falls. Fourth, Tyler McPherson out of St. Catharines in the 777. And 5th place, the 310 of the Candyman, Mike Dooley.
Number is 4. 4th position for lucky dog number 1. Glenn Ralston going to pull out a position now. And Glenn Ralston pulls out number 5. So positions 4 and 5.
The turn 4 area, please give as wide berth as possible to the bucket truck down there as the hydro crews try to move down on that area to get the cherry picker down to the next light standard to get those lights back on. We want to put on the best presentation we can for you. We just require a little bit of cooperation down there if we could. Original Pizza Logs Sportsman feature event still to come. Then we'll have our second. out there for sticking with us here on a chilly night at Merrittville. Well, you're going to get heated up here in a second. We're going to turn loose this field of original Pizza Log sportsmen for you. Here they come, looking mighty nice in turn 4. Barry Davidson with the green flag. We're off and rocking and rolling. On the break, down the back straightaway, everybody getting through cleanly. Wayne Kahn down on the bottom, well back at about 13th, 14th position. Gaining some ground, 2 or 3 spots right there in the guardrail on the bottom, and behind Bill Willard, 77. Up front, whoa, 7's got a problem. And a spin up in between 1 and 2. We're going to decide the Flanagan number 7. Ward and Chevalier, the 95 and the 12 up front. Watch Penunti on this start, the second row on the outside. Wardy drives the high side and it works for him. Hangs onto that lead. Now Penunti finds something. High side as well. Got Chevalier down low. Cocking the car sideways as they come out of 4 for you. Ward, 95. Chevalier second. Penunti third. 15 is right there. 4th. You got Spieth down on the bottom. Got Bobby Davidson blocked in down there. Looking it up. 4 on the counter. Eversole getting off course down there. Coming out of 4. Got into the infield for a second, then got it back on. Dave Flanagan in the 6, retiring in the pits. Oh, no! What happened there? Ward got way, way up in 4, and he lost a ton of real estate. Drops back to 4th place and hands the lead over to Chevalier. Penunti. Chevalier, look at Pole Hill. In the 15. We're yellow. There's debris in the middle of the racetrack on the approach to turn 1. Everybody lift and separate there. Bread and butter as they go by. A bumper, a piece of body. Bob Davidson up there as well. 17. Watch for these guys on the restart. Make it fair and square. Here they come out of 4. Feet go down. Flag goes up. Penunti with the attack on with Pole Hill. Can he pull Pole Hill with him? As they try the high side overhaul, the Chevalier 12. Great Penunti in the 99. Coming around 4. Here they come to click off. It's 8 on the counter. 6 is back on. Flanagan, number 6, has joined the party again. Chevalier hangs on to the lead, but here comes a duel for second place. Good battle. Pole Hill in the 15 on the high side. Penunti down the bottom in the 99. Here they come out of 4. Pole Hill looking racy. Now switches locations, gets it down on the low groove. Pole Hill trying the high side to make it work. Bobby Davidson a bit of a distant 4th. And the 9G, the 6 back off, Lloyd McTavish, was part of our Holiday Monday extravaganza in a great fight. But boxed in behind the Zumpy 11Z. Wants to avoid that repeat for sure tonight. Chevalier, not getting too excited, not getting too jumpy. Turn 2. Yellow will come out. Points. With 142. So sitting up front, front row on the inside. No breaking formation, boys. Here we go. Well, he moves into the green. One way or the other. Pole Hill gets a good run from the high side on top of 2. Applying the heat to the Chevalier 12 down along the bottom. Adam Ferry and Derek Lemaire moving up. Ferry in the 1F, Lemaire in the 56. Using him as a draft. Adam Ferry moving up. Pole Hill, your new leader. There we go. Overhauls the Chevalier 12. Whoa! Bobby Davidson with a bit of up there in 4. Halfway through our feature event. Martin Polhill, car number 15. Out of Thorold, the Chippewa Motor Cars Vintage Car Wash entry. We got Chevalier there. Greg Penante dropping back a little bit. And we mentioned Mike Ward falling way back. He's down, moved up again, and looking very racy once more. Mike Ward, our pole sitter for the event. Polhill hangs on to the lead here. 15 laps. Look at Wardy moving up. Got Penante in his sights. They'll try the high side. That worked to his disadvantage not that long ago, and he drops it off the edge this time again. And loses momentum again. He's got to stay away from that high line in 4 that kills him every time. But look at Polhill. Looking real strong in the 15 out of Thorold. Here he comes out of 4 again. 17 on the counter. Chevalier second. Penante third. Ward in 4th. And Boyd McTavish in the 9 in 5th place. And then you've got Bob Davidson, Adam Ferry, who's dropped back, and Wayne Kahn. Decidedly not what we're used to seeing. Flanagan's number 7 really off song as he goes by. Got a couple of wires off, it sounds like. Polhill, getting by the Flanagan number 7, goes to the high side and lets the leaders go by. Out of 4, 19 on the counter. 25 in total. Original Pizza Log Sportsman. Polhill up front, but look at Chevalier. Yellow, turn 2, Flanagan again in trouble in the 7. Up on the high side with the Lucas Oil sign.
Last little bit of moisture at the top.
All right. Polhill. Quickly. Flag up. Decibels up. Here we go. Next time by, 5 to go. Everybody getting in cleanly. Chevalier down on the bottom. Polhill looking really strong up front here on the high side. The car's not fighting to turn at all. It's as straight as a string. McTavish. Oh, they got some kind. Hang on. We got a big problem up here. Ebersol gets all crossed up. Kahn and Davidson. Not Ebersol. Kahn and Davidson. Boyd McTavish out of Fenwick in the 9G, and Penante is right there, and Ward in the 95. McKinney in the 19. Adam Ferry, Ebersol, Bill Willard, Lemaire, Bleach, and Wayne Kahn. Green. Here we go. 5 laps to go to decide it all. Martin Polhill just picks up where he left off with the restart. Chevalier running second down near the bottom, then back up to the top groove for the McTavish 9. Threatening to overhaul second place. He's got Penante there with him, too. Adam Ferry trying to move up with Ward. Look at this battle for second place. Polhill powers around in the lead. 3 more to go. 3 laps remaining, that's all. The battle on the racetrack is the calm, cool, and collected Chevalier in the bottom. And McTavish, good race for second, now takes it over. Chevalier shunts back to third, or maybe he doesn't. Here they come out of 4. See what happens here. They're like side by side almost. Good work here for second place. Great show. Good battle in here for third as well with McKinney and Penante. And Kenny there and Ward as well. White flag from Barry Davidson. Polhill still your leader. McTavish second. Chevalier third. McKinney fourth. But closing in is Penante on the outside. Martin Polhill from Thorold in 3 and 4. He'll straighten out the white 15 and come on down to collect checkers. They'll pick up the win. McTavish second, Chevalier third, Penante, McKinney, Ward, Adam Ferry, Wayne Kahn, Ebersol, and the rest of the crew following in. But so got our second modified feature still to come, and then our spectator one-on-ones. Could we have Al Smith of Niagara Falls, Bob Scott of Port Robinson, Jeff Shields, No hometown listed. Brian Hayden, it looks like, out of Ridgeway. And Fred Corton. Could we please have you into the pit area? See the pit steward, Bobby St. Amand Sr. over there, I believe, and or some track official to corral you to get ready for the spectator one-on-ones. Spectator one-on-ones. Clinton, great job by Martin Polhill, his first feature win of 2004. Take it away.
On a track that was going away very quickly, Martin Polhill used the cushion at the top to bring it home to victory lane. He's got his helmet off, folks, pops those earbuds out. Make some noise for the number 15, Martin Polhill. Come on over here, Martin. Good race for you tonight. Wow, you really used the top to pull off. Looked like your old modified experience really pulling it out for you in a track this dry. Tell us about your drive here tonight.
Oh, it's great. I gotta thank so many people for this. George Emery, who owns half this car. Man, without him, we wouldn't be here. The Ward Racing team. They've given us a shop to work out of, a lot of sponsorship help, and it's just great. The old modified days, a long time ago, but I think it helped a little bit tonight. It took me a while to get rid of some rookie mistakes early in the year, but hopefully we're going to get this thing on track.
Not too many cautions tonight, really slowing your pace down. What are you thinking there when a couple laps to go, we got a caution with about 5 remaining?
I was just worried I was going to screw up again. Being up front and things haven't been going too good so far this year, so it was just good to get this win under our belt.
All right, there you have it, folks. Martin Polhill. All right, Eric, we'll let these guys do the Haviland photo, and then we'll get in with our lucky dog. How much the lucky dog tonight, Eric?
2 lucky dogs selected, Clinton, for an additional $100 each. Total Sportsman extra payout, $400.
Come on in here, Glenn. Let's get Martin. You can reach in and pull out 1 lucky dog. That's going to be $100 to one of your other top 10 competitors.
Right.
Number 7, Martin Polhill pulled, and Glenn Ralston going to pull out another lucky dog winner here in our original Pizza Log Sportsman division. 3. So the lucky dogs will be 3 and 7. 3 and 7 for the original Pizza Log Sportsman division.
Adam Ferry and Chad Chevalier, 7 and 3rd respectively. Both Port Colborne pick up an additional $100. The feature winner, Martin Polhill, collects an extra $200 courtesy of Glenn Ralston. Have a round of applause for this mighty fine race fan with a lot of generosity. And the auspices of the Lions Club just coming on out here and coughing up the cash, and the drivers and the fans really do appreciate it. Yep, I think we're ready for mods, Fran. Why don't we fire through that lineup?
9 Winfield.
Car number 9G will be Dwayne Winfield from Fort Erie. He'll lead them out. Chris Ricker from Dunville in car number 13. 38 will be Scott Wood, of course, from Thorold. 17C will be Pete Costco from St. Catharines. 93, Rich Vinson from San. Yeah, I guess we're not going to get that fixed. That's a shame. So we'll scratch him, the Krutchka 21 from the lineup. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Barry Davidson with the Dwayne Winfield, number 9, leading them down there. Chris Rucker in the 13, bouncing his way through. Costco in the 17. Down on the bottom, challenge up top, Scott Wood in the 38. Here he comes off the rim of 4. Rock gets out of there. Down in the moat. He got close to that wall. Holy Toledo, did he get close to the concrete down there? Woodsy, what are you doing? Uh-oh. Freddie Carlton, Bicknell almost got involved there. Gravestock steps over his shoes, and the yellow's going to have to come out. Fast Freddie, not so fast there. He's going to drop off and head into the pits. He may have bent something. Autograph night next Saturday night. You'll want to be here for that. In the meantime, he's still got 33 laps left in this party, and spectator one-on-ones.
Eric, miraculously, the Landman crew gets the 23 in gear, gets that radius rod out. He's going to stay on the lead lap.
Yes, he will. Exceptional work for the Landman crew. 3 wide in the back. Holy cow. Corey Gruhl almost stacked up Fred Carlton. That got close in the back end there. There were cars waving all over the place. Scott Wood leads him out on the restart. Here we go, under the starter stand. 3 laps in the books. Big contact in the middle of the pack. Back where Chris Ricker is located. Ashton 3A and Todd Gordon in the Triple X. Here we go. The starter stand as well. Off left, Pete Costco. Dueling with Rich Vincent for second place. You can hear the brakes squealing. Out of 4 again. The click off 5 on the counter. Scott Wood leading with authority. Vincent and Costco have got a good duel going yellow. Lampman stuck up there. Precarious location on the approach to 2 right in the middle of the racetrack. So they made Colorado Yellow Jacket. His truck pulls off.
You know, Eric, these double feature nights, top break for the Lampman crew. They're taking a huge hit in the points.
Yeah, they will with that's for sure. On the restart, Scott Wood's got his mitts full of Rich Vincent's 93. Wood is going to fight back on the high side. Second row, Costco in the 17 looking strong. Murdoch in the 58 drops it off. He's got Todd Gordon right there with him. Big knot for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Pitts is in there on the 69. Kroll in the 123 is on the move as well. Brian Stevens is not far from the front either in that double 4. 7 laps on the counter. Sanborn, New York's Rich Vincent in the 93. He's been in victory lane before. Gravestock got off course here. Corey Gruhl in the 35, emerging from trouble in turn 4. Here comes Vincent again. Gravestock fits. No, he continues on, as a matter of fact. Murdoch up on the high side for a distant 3rd. But up front, it's Rich Vincent running strong. Scott Wood 2nd, a distant 2nd in the 38 as they emerge at a 4 to click 9 on the counter. Whoa, Todd Gordon cut down on the Crow 123. That was a gulper. Right in front of us here. But nothing comes of that. 10 on the counter. 35 in total. 25 to go. Long way, but I'll tell you what, Rich Vincent, who we picked to be one of the strong cars, is looking mighty muscular at this particular point. Whoa, 3 wide. Out of 2. Heavy combat back in the pack. Vincent 2nd. Scott Wood. Murdoch. Brian Stevens. Gordon. Puts Pitsy down low near the bottom part of the racetrack on the front straightaway. Gordon is bouncing all over the place out there. Vincent now trying to get around the Rule 35, goes down on the bottom. Woods up on the high side, still 2nd, but almost a straightaway difference between the lead car of Rich Vincent's 93 and the 2nd place automobile of Scott Wood in the 38. Brian Stevens is moving up. Brian Stevens has got 3rd. He and Murdoch have got a nice little night fight going here. Your leader in 4, emerging down the front straightaway to click off 14 on the counter. Scott Wood 2nd, Brian Stevens 3rd, and moving in. Hang on, they got a problem. Bicknell up in the corner, along with Pete Costco. They do a little do-si-do up in 4, and that's going to bring out the yellow.
Out here today, Eric.
Here we go.
Ashton down and away, back on the track.
There he goes. Good stuff, Clint. Here we go. Restart. 14 on the counter. Vincent chooses the low line. High side for Scott Wood as they emerge at a 2. Murdoch, where did he get this head of steam from? Brian Stevens is right in there, too. Running somewhat 3rd, somewhat 2nd. Drops it back. Oh, look out. He crowds up Murdoch. Slides in there for 3rd. Good work by Flying Brian, who is flying tonight. Living up to his namesake. Rich Vincent still your leader as they emerge at a 3 and 4. Here they come down the front straightaway for you. Rich Vincent in the 93. Scott Wood 2nd in the 38. Brian Stevens 3rd in the 44. Rob Kroll, the 123, takes over that position and drops Murdoch back to 4th. Rickner down on the bottom, 5th. Fighting there with Pitsy in behind him. Rob Pitts in the 69. Todd Gordon is still in there, fighting valiantly to get up to the top 5. Murdoch in his second start here this season. Certainly having some impact on this top 5. It's still Vincent. Scott Wood second under the stand. Brian Stevens third. Paul fourth. Rickner 5th. And we're halfway through our second feature of the night. And Rich Vincent from Sanborn, the Milwaukee Automotive Sunoco, Ralph Vincent, Propelled VRP, showing the way. Milwaukee Automotive flying high tonight. Coming out of 4 to click off another, getting closer. 20 laps are gone. 15 more to go. Vincent down the bottom. Car working well pretty much anywhere, but he has elected to stay down on the low side of the racetrack. Scott Wood is closing that gap. Trying the high side, now the low side. Here they come out of 4. Vincent, Wood, Brian Stevens, Kroll, Rickner, Murdoch, Fred Kroll, Rob Pitts, Todd Gordon, and the rest under the starter stand. And as we finish that, we'll go right back to turn 4 with our leader, Rich Vincent in the 93. Scott Wood drops that great rear tire off the edge just under the starter stand again. Get pulled down in there. Everybody pretty much strung out here. Not a lot of challenging going on. Back, I think, for 8th or 9th, you got Rob Pitts beside Fred Carlton. The 69 and the 96 just invert the numbers. Scott Woods, 38. The attack has softened just a little bit, but now we're on the back end of the racetrack's pack. And the 35 with Corey Gruel staying to the high side. Your leader, Vincent, down low, does not want to get tangled up with the back marker. This will force Scott Wood. Just as I say that, he drops right down low, and he's going to follow on the bumper of Vincent. Look out. Corey Gruel, the 35, goes to the high side again to let the leaders go through. And you've got a bit of a gap, and Brian Stevens now tries to navigate by the lap car. He does, and he closes up closely. On Scott Wood, second place, 38. 9 to go. Vincent still your leader under the starter stand. Wood second. Brian Stevens third. Rob Kroll is fourth. And Rickner a very distant 5th. Brian Stevens is putting all the heat he's got in that car on Woods for second place. Vincent under the stand again to click off another 27 on the counter. The battle on the racetrack right now, yellow. Rob Pitts in the Thumper 69 has created the yellow with 27 on the count.
These guys do is they grind the tires to open up the pores, and they really would have sealed them back over by now. So go ahead, Eric.
Trying to get some grip here. All right, Clinton, let's go. Let's turn it loose again. Murdoch on the move again. Let's have a look at this battle. Brian Stevens has got to watch it. He may lose third to Kroll in the 123 if he doesn't be careful. Look at Scott Woods, got the attack. Maybe he cooled his tires down enough. Has he got enough time? 28 on the counter. Rich Vincent hangs on the lead. Scott Wood now under severe attack from Brian Stevens in the 44. Flying Brian with the feature win to start off the evening. Wants to make it double-barreled if he can. Down low. Let Scott Wood go way up high. You don't have to fight to get the car to turn. They get very close together. Scott Wood and Brian Stevens are dancing up on the rim of one, letting it all hang out. That's dangerous work up there for sure. Corey Gruel in the 35. Has he got enough momentum to get it around? I don't think so. 5 to go. The yellow's going to have to come out. Corey Gruel could not get the 35 moved around. Hang on, everybody.
But Eric, he's not pulling off. He's going to hold his position and try and last these last 5 laps, which is crazy.
I guess he wants it to go kapow.
Well, it looks like we're headed that way. Let's watch the 26. Oh, look at it go when he steps on it.
Oh, yeah, right. And he's giving the mouthful of oil to Bittnell in behind him. Look at this. Yeah, there it goes. Massive smokage. Now look at this. Look at this. Vincent's got your lead. But Brian Stevens, while everybody else is watching the smoke, emerges out of the smoke with a severe challenge for Vincent. Scott Wood has dropped it back a little bit. Brian Stevens going to try and make it double-barreled. Oh, this could be good stuff. Stevens already has one feature win. 3 to go. This is going to be phenomenal. Vincent down on the bottom. Holding off the charge from Flying Brian with that smoke getting worse out of the Richter 26. Brian Stevens out of 4. Here they come. It's a drag race. Brian Stevens into the lead. Vincent on the bottom kicked the guardrail. He kicked the guardrail as he went by. Brian Stevens coming around. Could this be payday supreme for the Stevens crew? Picked up the feature win earlier in the evening. Could make it double-barrel. Vincent trying to fight back a little bit. I don't think there's anything left in the 93. Brian Stevens coming out of 4. Looks for the checker to come down to grab it to make it back-to-back. A very popular conclusion. We'll give you the rest of it. Vincent second, and I think Scott Wood third. Bicknell fourth. And Robbie Crow in the 5th spot, of course unofficial, but as Brian's a happy guy, and the crew down there to salute him. Known Brian a long, long time. He's been a family friend for a long, long time, and it's good to see good things happen to a guy who does not have the biggest budget at all in the pits. He got this brand new BRP body and chassis at the banquet. Everybody was happy to see that, and the No Blanket folks came on board for a nominal amount of support. We can smell that oil, from Richter's 26.
Stevens takes home the double features here tonight. Come on over, Brian. We'll get a word with you here. Well, fans, make some noise. Brian Stevens, what a run for you, Brian. Your crew worked fabulous for you tonight. Adjustability really worked for you guys. You were good in the first feature and adjusted to make sure you were great in the second, too.
Well, I'll tell you what, my guys made a lot of changes after hot laps first session tonight, and it's the right way to go. And they worked their tail off between the first feature and the dash for cash. They changed all kinds of things on the car, trying to get a handle on the second feature. And then after that dash for cash, they made a whole bunch of changes. Like great bunch of guys. They got it done today. It was easy for me. They did the hard part.
Now, your experience certainly had to help out tonight on this dry track. You really took it to Richard Vincent and broke his heart. The guy who led the whole race, and in the end, you steal it away. Tell us about your last few laps there.
Richie's a clean racer. I knew he held his line. It was pretty close. He probably gave me a little bit more room than he had to there going through 3 and 4, but you got to respect that. Then next time when it's the other way around, you got to give the other guy the same respect. It was a good race. Glad to be here.
Well, we talked about the Bicknell dominance. Not dominant tonight, Eric, as Brian Stevens will take over from you. So go ahead, do your ride-up.
Yep, L. Smith in Niagara Falls, the 97 Thunderbird. Bob Scott from Port Robinson, the 81 Chev Malibu. Jeff Shields in the 90 GMC pickup truck. 4, Brian Hayden out of Ridgeway, an 89 Chevy Caprice. And Fred Corton in the 87 Ford F-150 pickup truck.
Well, Eric, we got Richie here. Rich, Brian Stevens gave you a lot of credit. Said you're a clean racer. It's something you'd like to hear. He also said you gave him too much room. What's your take on that?
Yeah, he's right. I gave him a little bit too much room. I was going to try and squeeze him out on that last lap. But Brian always runs me clean. I figure fair is square. If he's faster, he can take it. Oh, wait a minute.
How hard is it to lead as long as you did, Rich, on a night when it was pretty much a crapshoot? It could have been anybody's race with a track like tonight, and you were the class of the field here tonight. Just so close. Is it that hard to take?
Yeah, it's not really cool to lead that much. You think you got it, and somebody sneaks up beside you and takes it away from you. But he was coming. He was coming quick on that outside.
Well, seconds nothing to shake and stick out. Congratulations, Rich.
Thank you very much.
There you go, Eric.
Good job by Rich Vincent. Very, very impressive. Always impressive. If you want to walk across, away you go. And away we go. Oh, yeah, listen to those engine complaining of the fast acceleration. Bob Scott, Port Robinson in the Malibu, leaves the T-Bird behind. Yeah, we're kind of suspecting that might be a demo car. We're not exactly sure. It does have plates on it and lights, but it's supposed to be a street car. And down on the bottom, give the win. Oh, Wayne, and that's the GMC pickup, so it's Shields in the pickup and Hayden in the Caprice. Truck versus car. Spectator one-on-ones. Well, there he goes. Here they come. Round of applause for Jeff Shields. Away we go, don't you know? Fred Corton in the pickup. Going to force Bob Scott to work for it on the outside. They are serious, these guys. Heads up. They're going to have a wreck if they don't back out or something. They're going to turn here. Here they come. Ooh, it's a driveway. Oh, on the line. That worked all right. Shields, Jeff Shields in the pickup. Bob Scott in the Malibu. Silver, sort of demo, sort of Malibu sort of thing. Oh boy. Pickup is motoring. Here they come. Oh, this was easy. Look at that. Jeff Shields, okay. And the checkered flag from Winfrey management staff, sponsors and partners of Merrittville Speedway. My name is Eric Thomas from the Raceline Radio Network. Talk to you tomorrow night on Raceline Radio, and we'll see you here next week. Drive carefully, everybody. Thanks a million.